I don't really know where to start. I think I know what I want to say, but it's one of those things where you think a lot. Saying it out loud just sounds kind of strange. Either because it's uncomfortable for you to say, or it's uncomfortable for you to imagine other people hearing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. School makes me tired. It makes a lot of people tired. Especially, I think, when you really want to be involved in a lot of things and people expect you to do a lot, to achieve a lot. Not necessarily to fit a specific mold, but just to be successful. That's different for everyone. That's hard to define for each person. Your success may not look like mine, and mine may not look like yours, because we're in different areas of life. We have different intentions, different interpretations of what it means to be successful. The point is, in being someone who likes to do things well, an overachiever or a perfectionist, or just someone who wants to get the best out of what it is they're doing, you can experience a lot of burnout. I have experienced a lot of that recently. I went through a pretty big emotional decision recently, the last year of my life. I stand by it. I think it was right. That doesn't lessen how painful it was for everyone involved. And because of that decision, a lot of things went the opposite direction of what I anticipated them to when it came to my future. One night, I was working in the art building of the school I go to. I was sitting at a table, just completely overwhelmed and just thinking, like usual, overthinking. And I saw some cardboard. There's just a ton of boxes in there. I like to write things out. It's nice to see what I'm thinking. I'm a very visual person. I'm learning the power of auditory, learning. But right now, in that moment that I'm focusing on or discussing, just connecting what I was thinking, seeing those words visually was really important. I think I want to put a disclaimer out there. Recently, I saw a project of a classmate who, at the end of the video, wrote, "I'm sorry, Mom," which I think is comical and relatable. In this instance, I hope my mom never watches this video, because I think it would make her sad. But in case she does, I'm going to say, "I'm sorry, Mom." I think these are important things to feel and talk about and discuss and to deal with and think about and to process through and to battle. But when I was sitting there, I just kind of wrote. Before I had done that, I climbed on the roof of one of the buildings here in town. It's nice to see things from a different perspective. I like to do that every now and then. There's a couple buildings I've really wanted to climb but haven't gotten around to. But everything that I wrote down was everything that I was thinking when I was up there, just kind of looking at the town. So I wrote that down on some cardboard, and I'm going to read it to you. Do you ever want to kill yourself? Because I do. Not in the sense of dying, but maybe in the sense of reprimanding, a final punishment for my array of mistakes or pains that I have brought upon others. I want to climb buildings, and when I'm up there, I have this urgency, this necessary pull to jump. I have to physically hold myself back as I flirt with disaster of self and make sure I don't lean a little too far to the point where I can't lean back. And they say that they're just stages of life and that things get better, but do they? Tell me, do they? Are you saying that pull goes away? Are you saying there's more to live for? Are you saying I'm forgiven for the pain I've caused? Fuck you, man. Those are just words, and words are long and empty and bare. It's an ocean, but the water isn't blue. It's black and full of all the horrors I can't put to rest. It's been days since I've slept, and weeks since I've eaten, and months since I've felt peace, and years since I've been myself. The waves, they're crashing. That's it. When everything happens at once, when you're giving 100% in every area of your life, and the places that you found peace before no longer provide that safety for you, things are very overwhelming. You make choices and things that you wish that you hadn't done. And maybe it's because you can't face yourself. It doesn't matter. What does matter is how you respond to burnout. That matters. Who you are and what you do in the midst of exhaustion and pain. That is who you are. Because in those moments, you don't have a filter. You aren't practiced at what you're saying. Those are the moments that define you. Your response to burnout. And that looks different, again, for everyone else. We're living different lives with different standards and different experiences, but for me, I can say that I put my head down and I'm making it through. But not on my own. If it was by myself, I would have jumped already. I made it through. And I know that you can too. Those places that used to give you peace, they may not do that anymore. But that doesn't mean that you can't find peace in new places. When I can, I will. When I can, I will. When I can, I will.